Yep,
like that.
as Vlad is joining here the room again. Are
Yeah,
you?
cool. Well,
You are in the
We're
room.
gonna go through the rest of the bag though. Okay, so there's a straw.
Oh,
or something?
is this a plastic straw?
It looks
Is
like
this
it's a
boiling the
plastic
ocean?
straw. I suppose that we only get one. It has a weird little thing at the top. I don't know if this is for something else. We have a straw. Oh, here it is. This is a reusable cup. So this must be a reusable straw to go with reusable cup.
So we're not boiling the ocean.
The Lightning Conference sponsored by Bottlepay.
But it's a cup,
yes,
not a bottle.
Bottlepay in the house.
Oh, perfect.
Really?
So
No
back-to-back
way.
sponsors.
Right here from Bottlepay. Wow. We'll go to the wide shot. Whoa,
Perfect.
there's
Wow,
people
magic.
on the couch now.
Nice to see you all.
Shout out Bottlepay. Cool. I'll be sure to drink out of this soon.
I didn't even realize the cups had the logo on like that. That's cool.
I think there's a Bottlepay sticker somewhere on the table.
I've got plenty.
Do you think this little does this knob go inside?
The knob goes inside so that the straw does not come out. All right. That is technology. Very advanced. Very advanced.
There it is. Fully properly assembled. Let's see what else we got in the bag. Oh, a t-shirt. If you are medium. Is anyone medium? I'm not medium, so I'm going to throw this one back. But BitMEX and Bottlepay sponsored the t-shirt. Let's go to the close-up.
I mean, I guess he just gave away money and had no idea where it goes.
which is always good, right? Giving a thank you very much. There we have it. Close up again.
Close-up camera here.
There, one round sticker, fantastic. And
the back of the t-shirt. So very cool.
Nice.
Another
Front
sticker.
of the Lightning t-shirt.
The thing we've been getting a lot of love for the logo because it's reminiscent of Bitcoin, but it's not the same, and it's got the lightning suggestion and the colors, and a lot of people have been feeling it. So
very nice.
It is the Bottlepay logo, like you're saying. It's a B, and it's
at
got
Bottlepay on
bolt.
Twitter, at Bottlepay on Telegram.
And you see, right? It is like, I think purple is kind of the color of lightning.
Yeah, so it's a gradient between purple and blue. We've got a specific color palette which people like. So
we've got the Lightning Conference sticker. We've got the Lightning Conference guy with a hat sticker, crazy Bitcoin guy, and then we've got it's a card, Lightning Conference card, and I guess these are donation codes. So if you want to support the Lightning Conference with
that's Twitter, Telegram, website.
I hate it when they use a QR code for anything except money. It's always like, it's a link, and it's like, why don't you just type in the link and then we'll go back to using it for money. But let's go back to the wide shot.
So that was the bag. Anything else in?
Anything else? Empty.
Empty bag.
Just the bag itself, which is also a goodie.
We think it's really cool. Like, it's totally useful. If I had to have an extra thing, I would have an extra bag. I'd be like, I'll use
so the bag on the back, there's nothing, right? It's just
there's no shitcoins in the bag.
Add your own logo to the back. You know, what you're gonna need, and you can do this at home if you guys have a sticker. You take your sticker and you apply it to the back of the bag, and then now it's like a custom bag.
Fantastic.
There you go. That's how you brand things. Done.
So this is actually a very nice coincidence because I was speaking to him and asked him, have you seen the guys from WCN? And he told me, no, where are they? So I brought him here. I had no idea that you would invite me personally to talk again, but he definitely has a lot of interesting stuff as a sponsor and for Bottlepay, which is a very nice service to tip people on Twitter.
Yeah, but hold on. So we also need to correct this narrative slightly about the tipping because we've been put into this bracket of tipping and wallets, and that's the first stage of a multi-stage process, right? So our founder, Pete, he's got 20 years of experience in the ad tech space and processing billions of dollars of payments and, creating enterprise-grade technology. And we're moving much more in that direction. What we currently have is a web app for rapidly onboarding people just through social media. Don't have to download anything. It's custodial, so it's super slick. And it's just a way of, Bosworth was talking about it, growing the ecosystem, getting more people into Lightning. So we're just doing our bit. And we've only been going a few months.
So how does it work? If I was a new user, I come to your website.
Yep.
I want to get onboarded. What's going to happen?
You just literally go to the website. So bottle.li, or if you want to see the full homepage, it's about.bottle.li.
We might be able to do that. Let's see. Got some options here, but go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah. So, and then from there, you'll have a range of options about which social platform to log in with. And you just do it straight away. We don't take any information. We can't send DMs on your behalf. We can't read your email. It's all just super light. We're just confirming that it's your account. And from there, you get 1,000 Satoshis to start with. And then you can search by any username on social platforms. You can send them Satoshis. We have bots on Telegram and Twitter as well that you just reply in the comments, and you can send people Satoshis for content.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we started. I mean, we integrated Instagram recently, which I think was I think that's quite a large innovation, or opening up that audience.
Yeah, I hear that there are actually a bunch of Bitcoiners on Instagram. I hear that there is actually a community growing.
It's growing. It's growing. It's much smaller than Twitter, obviously, but
place to be.
We're trying to also do our bit to make Sats the currency of Facebook and not Libra, right? So this is one step in making that happen.
So it looks like you've got
There's not Facebook because it's slightly more complex process to get the person logged in and confirm it's them. It's like to do with this canonical ID and things like that, but we're working on it. It's early days, right? So
I know we had a lot of services like this in the beginning, but I noticed to start with that you're using the block stack decentralized identity.
You can.
How does that work?
It's not really used very much, to be honest. It's like we just
I'm
offer
rooting
it there for
it.
the decentralized identity aspect.
So then you could have an account that wouldn't be linked to any of your other accounts, but then you would link your like Twitter to it, and then it would be linked to that. But if you did it individually, you wouldn't link them all together.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have the freedom to decide, right? So
excellent.
It's important to offer that.
Yeah. So can you link different accounts to the same identity, basically?
Yeah. So what you do is are you able to log in now, like maybe just with a Twitter?
We'll see what happens. Is it gonna expose all my secret keys?
No.
Let's see. I think we're on World Crypto Network Twitter, so whatever, fine. Let them link it. Okay, so log into Twitter to access your account. You authorize, sure, why not? And we're going back.
Magic happens.
And there it is. Welcome to Bottle.
So there's just a simple explanation telling you an overview of what we do. You get your 1,000 Satoshis.
That's the standard.
All right. So you're going to make Bitcoin accessible for everyone.
That's our mission. That's what guides everything we do.
Excellent. And let's see. Share the love with friends and family. You can share some Bitcoin from your wallet. Artists, charities, content creators can accept Bitcoin instantly. That sounds good.
Very nice.
And you'll earn Bitcoin rewards. All right. Cool.
Okay. So now you're on the dash. If you make it slightly bigger, if you make the window slightly bigger, the social search bar will open up at the top. Yeah, here.
All right.
So here you can, first of all, you can connect other accounts to your wallet. You'll have a unified balance of Satoshis for every, you won't have an individual balance for each wallet you connect, for each account you connect.
Great.
So you could, for example, if you've got an Instagram, if you've got a YouTube, if you've got Mixcloud, you can add all of those, and then you can also send to people across those networks.
So to really use it on Twitter, I'm going to need the extension?
No, not at all. I mean, if you go to Twitter now, so you've got 1,000 Satoshis in your account.
Got it.
Go to any piece of content that someone's created online that you like.
Oh, maybe something from the Lightning Conf. What are they?
Well, let's see.
At LNConf.
Well, let's see. LNConf. Let's see. Oh, there's a link to that. So, well, actually, let's go send some of it to this MadBitcoins character and some of it to my friend AgiLeak here, who, World Crypto Network, just follow him. We're douchebags.
So you just go to the replies. So any piece of any tweet that you like. Just
okay, so right here, he's streaming his Lightning Conf. And no one's giving him enough attention.
And then you just say @Bottlepay.
All right, let's see.
And type in the number of sats you want to send. It's got to be less than your balance. I'd say maybe 100 sats.
100 sats. Let's start slowly.
Or however much you want.
Like, do I put sat or
sats?
Sats. All right.
And then you hit reply.
How much extra stuff can I add in?
As much as you want.
It doesn't mess it up.
As long as the amount of sats is mentioned.
Okay, so let's remember GIFs. Important Twitter rules. You always have to have a GIF or a
GIF.
GIF. I'm going GIF, but you have to have a GIF or an image or a video, like, because it has to make it, interactive. So okay, so boom.
So that's got definitely @Bottlepay's. I can't see it on this.
Yeah, I had it @Bottlepay, as long as there's not extra stuff to add on. So now let's see.
And then if you go back to the same tweet again, now you should see a reply from Bottlepay.
All right, let's see. Oh, not there yet. Let's see. Give it a second.
There it is.
There it is. AgiLeak.
They're just receiving instructions telling them that you've sent them the Satoshis, and it's offering them a link to go and redeem the Satoshis.
And it says here you have 7 days What happens after? the
Yes,
7
they get
days?
returned to you.
Oh.
Because
All
we
right,
use these
so-
things called hodl invoices, which means
Oh, that's actually genius. That's a
So-
good use case for HODL invoices.
So is it automatic, the return? Like,
Yes.
or
Yes.
is it a process?
no, it's automatically returned.
Okay, great.
Oh, okay. That's actually very smart with the HODL invoices. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, I like that it tells you up front that it's 7 days and it puts a nice time limit on it. I
Exactly.
mean, we've been through this before with change tip and all these things. So it's very difficult. Like your centralized service, you got to be open about that. It's very difficult with the marketing. Sometimes you say you're like sending Bitcoin, but really it's in your database.
Yep.
So, but now presumably we're at Lightning Network level where you're actually, are you going to send the 100 Satoshi? Let's talk about that. So
Yeah, so as soon as they're sent, a virtual wallet is created for that person, a Lightning
Okay.
wallet with those Satoshis in it. And
Great.
then when they log in and redeem them, that wallet then belongs to them.
and then if a cancel happens, like you're saying with this HODL invoice, it's going to send them back to me. That's a like
Yes.
similar like automated automated thing
Yeah,
external from you.
100%.
Like let's say your servers crash. Do I get my 100 sats back in 7 days?
There's no reason
that's
for the
not-
service to
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause it's
it's hard
centralized.
to
All right,
predict
so
what
that
would happen if the
It doesn't
service
matter. You
failed.
can't use can you use an external wallet?
Yes.
Oh, so if I log in and I set it up to use my Nodal wallet or whoever's giving
You can
me the
fund
t-shirt
you
today.
can fund it from a non-bottle.
Fantastic. Okay, so you do have an option where, let's say I don't trust you guys and I'm going to get, $10 in Lightning money. So it's very important to me to keep it safe. So I would be able to use external wallet.
Like
Yep.
to withdraw?
Yeah, because we're not currently offering on-chain transactions. So if you wanted to withdraw your Satoshis, you'd send it to an external app, like another wallet
Can I
app. that offers that
automate it?
option.
Like if I get over $10 in there, I want to take it out or some kind of thing.
You'd do it manually. You'd
All right.
put the instruction, right?
So, but that is like, I first get it into my custodial wallet account and then I can withdraw it.
Yeah.
Can I connect my node and like the read-only invoice creation macaroon already and then receive every tip directly?
Because so I deal with more the business and marketing side. Like, so the nerds are here from Bottlepay. So these are these are the sort of more in-depth questions that those guys would answer. Yeah, I don't want to say anything that's incorrect and
good.
There's backlash against it or anything. But
All
it's a very simple setup at the moment. We've been going a few months. We did a seed funding round which we closed not long ago, which was awesome. And then we're building out the next stages of this thing, right? This is to rapidly onboard users, very familiar context, custodial, super slick. So the feedback we've had is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's
I
really
like the way
exciting.
you've added the different options like Instagram and Twitter and
Yep.
just getting more social networks on there, as
Yep.
well as having the block stack option. So if you want an identity that's not your identity, make that, link it to one account at a time, different identity, each account.
Yeah.
People have the option.
What you did on Twitter just there, you can also do on Telegram.
Nice. Nice.
So you just call the bot into the public group, and then you can just say /Bottlepay however many sats, and it'll have exactly the same effect as that. It will be instant. They'll get a notification.
All right. So I think we're going to say goodbye to our Twitter troll. We have a great troll in the chat room. He wants to tell you that BCH is the solution. That's his
The
message.
solution to what, though?
I don't know. It's faster and better. We don't need to build more advanced things. We should just stick with the BCH. Then when the BCH becomes too popular and the fees go up on BCH, well, then maybe we need a second layer again, which we've already done. And we appreciate him for hanging out and telling us that we're wrong. And
I think
great.
any perspectives and discussion are healthy at this point. Like, even if you disagree, if you believe in freedom of speech, like it's okay.
Well, again, freedom of speech is one thing, but also if you come into my house and you wipe your
Yeah, if
dirty
they're
shoes all
trolling,
over my floor,
If they're coming
and
to
it's
you,
like, he has nothing better to do. He's been here all morning. We gave him lots of time. He's convinced everyone in the chat. They've all given up on Lightning Network. They turned it off, and they're learning about BCH now. I'm even talking about you on the online. You could clip this out or cut right to it, but yeah, you're gone. Go get a new identity. So, like they say in the chat, yeah, he's on a team, which again is just a sign that like, oh, come on down, be on the show, come join us. I've been seeing you lifting heavy boxes. No one's helping you at all. It's a complete tragedy. You're not going to come join us. Oh, boo! Come join us.
And so, guys, what are you guys excited about the conference? Like, who are you looking forward to seeing? Who have you got on? What kind of guests?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff happening. Like you can barely keep up anymore.
Yeah.
Right, back a year ago or so, there were a couple projects working on Lightning. Right, not too much. You knew like every app, every wallet was out there, and now you walk around the conference, you're like, who are you all? What are you doing here? You build awesome stuff. I like the second floor so much, like where it's just all the little hacker projects.
Yeah, I just discovered stage 2. I didn't realize there's like a separate section that was hidden away.
There's actually one thing from the peers Germany and Ulm, Bitcoin and Tulm. They have fantastic a cocktail machine that brews, I think, 12 different cocktails for you. Of course, paid for with Lightning. So you choose which one you want. You press on that, and then, for example, it pours automatically a gin tonic with some extra lime. But only when you pay, of course, with Sats over Lightning. So
fascinating.
We got now awesome machines taking over all the jobs. They're being paid, of course, with Bitcoin over Lightning. So fantastic. We can focus on more difficult problems now.
Yeah, I saw already today. Someone printed me a little picture. They sent it 10 Satoshis. The picture came out. They had a little bubble machine. They sent it 10 Satoshis. The bubbles came out. Once again, for everyone at home, especially the trolls in the chat, this doesn't work. It's not real. They're showing me all the examples here. It's clearly working. Like that whole "it doesn't work" thing isn't going to work forever. And again, you lost 95% of your value on BCH.
Because at the Meet the Coders event yesterday, the meetup, we unveiled what you were talking about, the picture. We unveiled this feature that we're creating called Sap Pack, which instead of someone creating an invoice and sending it to you to pay, you can preload a pack with as many Satoshis as you want. It generates a QR code and a link that you can copy. It's like platform agnostic. And you could put that on WhatsApp, you could put that on Facebook Messenger, and it will unfold dynamically. And when they click it to go to redeem it, they'll be taken to Bottlepay and they can access those Satoshis. So it's a way of, you know, like you said, like having a picture, it's more engaging, it's more interactive. So,
well, especially everyone's all freaking out, like, how are we going to fill up the channels? And oh, it's so much confusing and all this invoice stuff. And I'm like, just give them, you know, half a year, give them a year. They'll work it out. There'll be a better plan. They were talking today how they could fill channels directly during the initiation phase. And then they talked also this great idea where you could refill an old channel. Like it's like a tube and it's had $20 in it. You can put $20 back in the tube. You can use the tube again. Like, again, which it was impossible, you know, a year ago. And now it's being tested and it's being expanded on. That's how science works. Like things change and get better. It's shocking and it's scary. And it's not going to be the original vision of Satoshi, whoever that is. It's going to be the vision of the coders who work on the project and make it better every day. So that's who I'm with.
I think that Bitcoin's been, you know, 10 years plus, and Lightning it's a new innovation. It's like, how can this, it's very hard to even predict what's going to happen.
Well, this was a paper. This was a paper a few years ago. People would handle it around and they'd speak at meetups, and I saw him explain it 3 times and I got it on the 3rd try. And, but yeah, no, this is a very small paper. And then now to see this conference, and a lot of Bitcoin conferences are struggling. They need people to attend. Too many people are attending this. The doors are full. The room's open. There's no coffee.
There is coffee.
There's coffee.
Coffee set up.
Oh, allegedly coffee now. There also seems to be no food.
Sponsored by BitMEX Research, by the way. We're another headlines because we're one of the BTC level sponsors of the event. So that's to show our support for the development of the space. And you know, a lot of that is going towards the actual cost of the conference and Lightning itself. So we're super happy to sponsor that.
Yeah, a lot of this
ever one, right? And you know, the major European
a lot of these conferences don't break even. So it's really good if you can even just get the money that you put into the thing back out. Like it's not a big profit making enterprise.
Awesome. So you mentioned that this Twitter tipping is the first of many steps. What are some on the very close roadmap things that you might be done soon?
Well, one of the things we're doing that we're doing a workshop here at I believe it's 1 o'clock tomorrow around lunch. We're opening up our developer APIs.
Oh, very good.
So already some people have built some basic apps on our tech stack. One of them was one where it's, if you sleep too long, you've set up a set of accounts where they will automatically be sent Satoshis for every second that you oversleep. You know, things like this. So that's one of the main things that we're doing in the short term. And then there's a number of other things that I don't think the other members of the team will be too happy if I talk about them in too much detail just yet. But opening up the developer APIs will be part of, again, supporting the development of the space, right? Like allowing people to build what they want on what we've created. So, and that will be ready to go. We'll be demoing that tomorrow. And probably, maybe we've got an hour if there's time. We hope to build an app with the crowd that are there. We hope to have a discussion and actually create something live. So
I think TipInMe had the first mover advantage in this field of tipping.
Yeah.
And that's the service that I use on a more regular basis, though I see that it's fading. I used to receive a lot of tips through it, but not anymore. Nobody seems to care much about it. Yeah, and I haven't heard much from them. So they were the most popular service at the peak when Hodlonaut created the torch. And at the time, I think there was a booming...
Was that a bubble?
Yeah, there was a bubble of Lightning adoption just to get the torch, just to be in the trend. Yeah. And I think TipInMe was the first service to become popular around the time. And then there was Bottlepay, which promised to integrate many more social media platforms that are not just Twitter. And they have a much more complex interface, which they refined in time. I saw it become better over time. But it's interesting that now there is the first ever Lightning conference with developers from all the major teams that work on Lightning projects. And it's Bottlepay that sponsors it because it's the project which got the seed fund. And it's interesting to see the dynamic of how the space evolves throughout just a few months. When was the torch? In March or April?
So many blocks ago.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying there about people having first mover advantage, and it was MVK, who shout out to MVK on Twitter, who said, you know, if you're building on Lightning, build more than just the wallet, because there's so many other things you can do with it. And that's what our vision is, to move beyond the wallet and the tipping bucket. And there's plenty more to come from what we're doing. So watch this space. There's a native mobile app. You were asking about a roadmap. There's a native mobile app for Android and iOS coming before the end of the year. The developer APIs, and then there'll be plenty more as well. So it'd be good to stay in touch with you guys. And
for sure.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah.
Ah, fantastic. Perfect. Okay, Peter.
Good stuff.
Vlad, thank you very much for joining us here again, Vlad. 2 times in a row, back to
back.
Yeah. I can bring more people. I discovered like there's a Swedish girl who has a startup in fintech, and this is for her first conference, and she's hoping to promote her ideas. And I have no idea what she's up to, but sounds interesting.
All right, well, bring them in here. We just got to keep the people going.
Baltic Honey Badger. So shout out Hodl Hodl as well. That was an awesome event.
Sure. Oh yeah, right. You sponsored that too, right? Did you?
What's that?
Did you sponsor that too?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
But you were there, right?
We were there because just before that event, Matt Odell announced that he was coming on board as an advisor, and he was there, and it was just a cool event. We met a lot of the good projects and good people in the space. So, yeah,
fantastic. Well, keep it up. If you want some shit coins.
Well, we want to make sure that all the projects in this space are accurately funded. So we're giving out our own funding right here. This is 1 billion marks. This is 1 billion marks. That's 1,000 million. This money
towards our Series A.
It's going to go very far. You can buy a loaf of bread, maybe a piece of bread, maybe an egg, maybe half of an egg. It's less all the time, but that's 1 billion marks.
I'm leaving this conversation richer than when I arrived.
That's absolutely true.
Richer in ideas and richer in shitcoins.
Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect combination. Okay, well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
I'll see you around. Thanks.
I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye. And now that I actually know that there's coffee, I really, really need it. Oh yeah, that would be fantastic.
There you go.
Exactly.
That makes it easy.
You want one too?
Oh, no, I'm good. I got lots of stuff here. All right. Cool. Thank you.